Okay, so I have got a 2009 Ford F-150, and I'm sure this will be the same in several other models and years, and maybe even just other types of Ford vehicles. But my radio is locked up, and it just says F-150 built Ford tough across the screen. Normally you just push the power button, it comes on, it doesn't do anything, it's frozen. And it's done this to me before, so I know how to fix it. So I just thought I'd make a quick video showing you guys how to fix it. The factory says that there's a fix for this. You can actually take the truck to a dealership and they can do a software update and fix it. But I've had the truck for a couple of years now. It's done it twice on me. It's a fairly easy fix, so I'll just reset it and then hopefully it'll last another year or so. But it's really quick and easy fix, so I'm gonna show you how to do it and we'll go get started on it. The way you do it is you disconnect the battery terminals. So you disconnect your negative and your positive battery terminals, and you touch the cables together. Don't touch the battery together. You make sure you're disconnected from the battery completely. But basically, the way I understand it is you're trying to empty a capacitor that's inside the system somewhere, and by touching these two cables together, you actually drain that capacitor. So I'll set my phone up here and try to video this so you guys can see it. If I can find a way to do it. All right. All right, now this one takes it looks like an 8mm on the battery terminal. So I'm gonna take off the negative first. I always like to take off the negative first, just to reduce sparks and less chance of messing things up. Also helps to have a screwdriver and a hammer close by, so you can just kind of take a screwdriver, tap it a little bit, loosen it up, and then you can just kind of pry it up however you want to. Be careful not to touch your negative and your positive together, or your positive against anything metal on the car while you're still got the ground hooked up or the negative hooked up. But you just loosen this up, pry it loose, and pull these right up. So this should be a real quick fix, and hopefully this will take care of the problem again. Like I said, it's done it before, and this is how I fixed it. So we'll see if this does it and doesn't cause any major issues. So I've got those loose. Got both of them loose, so nothing's touching the battery anymore. So I'm gonna take the two, and I'm just gonna reach over, touch them together. If I can get them touched together, they're kind of short-handed right here. You can also take a wire. You can also take a wire and cross the two of them, but not while they're hooked up to the battery. So I basically just, if you can see there, basically just touching them there, rubbing them together. Let them make contact, and that should be all we have to do. Now leave the negative back to the side so it's not touching anything. Put the positive back on. If you're not used to dealing with battery cables and stuff, a little good trick that I like is taking a larger socket and setting it on top. You can see that. So I just kind of set it on top of the terminal. Get my phone to stay up. On top of the terminal and kind of hammer it back down. It helps you get it back in place good. You need to make good contact or your battery won't charge and you'll end up being stuck without your car starting. So don't hit it too hard. It's all aluminum and soft. So get that tightened on there and then tighten it back up. Again, just tighten it up down pretty snug. You're not trying to break anything or over crank it. Just make sure it's nice and tight and doesn't move or wiggle. If it moves or wiggle, means you won't have a great connection. And you'll see a little bit of a spark there sometimes. I always do the negative last, or take it off first and put it on last. Helps reduce the chance of sparking and causing other issues. Then tighten it back up. And we'll go in there and see if that took care of it. If it didn't, then I'm gonna have to call the dealership. So as you can see, got them both back on, nice and tight. Get all my tools out of the way. Then we'll go back and turn the ignition back on, see if the radio will work. Turn the key. There's the Ford Tough. I don't know if you can hear the radios working. Of course, all my stations are reset, so I have to reset all that, but it is working again. So there you go. Easy fix, quick fix, doesn't take long. It's probably a lot cheaper than going to the dealership. Hope this helps some money. Thanks a lot for watching.